Well, back to Fog Wrestling here. We're back with a brand new video, and this will be ranking every match from World War III 1997. Yeah, and there was a total of 9 matches on this card, and if you don't know, I'm currently watching the whole Monday Night Wars. I've started from 95, I'm up to 90, almost in the 98. Started a couple of years ago, but yeah, and watching ECW along with it is fucking... Some of it is brutal, to be honest. But we kick off with the last match. It is the first match on the card, though. We have the Faces of Fear taking on Ernest the Cat Miller and Glacier. And again, this is just not, just absolute shite way to kick off the show, man. Absolutely brutal. This card was just full of shit matches. And then Meng just, like, this tag team of these two have just gone nowhere, and Meng just buries them. And then it moves on to our next match, which is Ultimo Dragon against Nagata. One reason this ain't going last, because it didn't go on first. These two, but they wrestle in Japan and Mexico, Japan. Well, guess what? My name's Big Stevie Cool, and I quite frankly couldn't give a rat's ass, and that's why it comes in at 8th, because it's just two fucking jobbers. Jericho putting Ultimo Dragon on his Mount Rushmore. Guy needs his fucking skull like that, man. Into the third worst match, though, it is Alex Wright against Steve Mongo Michael. This match actually had a decent story, but the fact is it was supposed to be Goldberg, but McMongo clapped him right in the back of the head with a lead pipe before the match. Then we got these two, and I get they're kind of like prolonging the whole Goldberg thing. Like, it puts him at a World War III as well, so he doesn't have to lose that, and then it puts him at this match, which is smart booking. But at the same time, we've already seen Alex Wright against McMongo, and we all know Alex Wright had no chance of winning here. But it wasn't the worst match. As I say, at least there was actual build and shit. But yeah, this is where the matches begin to pick up and aren't exactly boring me to death. Then we have for the World Tag Titles, we have the Steiners against the Blue Bloods and William Regal and what's his name, man? Dave Taylor, the Big Dave. But yeah, this was a decent match. I think it was kind of obvious that the Steiners were going to win, but the Blue Bloods had gained some momentum in recent weeks by beating like the Harlem Heat Clean and all, so that was pretty good from their point of view. Into the next match, though, which is Perry Saturn against Disco Inferno for the TV Championship. This match was actually pretty good, and Perry Saturn in WCW just seems a lot more fucking, well, obviously a lot more serious than WWF. It's kind of, I prefer him with WWF, to be honest, but this was a good match. Like this was back in the day, like even like the jobbers could have good matches. Like, I know I just slandered a load of people at the start there, but they're literally jobbers, like with no talent. Well, I'm not saying no talent, but no character, no nothing. Like, these two actually have character, and that's why it comes in here, because it was a pretty good match. Now moving into our next match, which is Rey Mysterio against Eddie Guerrero. Seems like these two have wrestled about 1,000,000 times recently, but this is for the Cruiserweight title. Wasn't as good as the Halloween Havoc one, but like I say, these two are actual star powers. They're like the top men of the Cruiserweights. They're big names. You know, they're not Ultimo Dragon. They're not fucking Nagata. They're not Pish. These guys know what they're doing. They're legends. They're up there. You know, like, well, they're not up there, but they're up there. You know, and yeah, that's why it comes in here. Now moving into the third best match, but again, like the World War III matches are a disaster, but they're packed with star power, and that's got to get you points in some degree. There's a bit of storytelling, but half the time the cameras don't even catch it. It boils down to our final four. We've got the Giant DDP, Scott Hall, and I think it's Kurt Hennig, but then it comes Hogan, it comes Nash. Nash's fake Sting. I don't like this. I like Nash returning and all, but if you haven't watched, get over to Jesus TV and watch my Nitro reviews. They just whip out fake Sting every fucking week. It's the same old piss. There's no stories. It's just fucking, oh, here's fake Sting. That's fake Sting. This ain't fake Sting. Here's a dummy Sting. No. Absolute shite, man. But yeah, I'm happy that Scott Hall won. I like the guy, so that's the one positive. Into the second best match, though, which was Raven taking on Scotty Riggs in a fucking Ravens Rules match. There was mad spots in this. It was fast paced. I liked the whole thing. Do you give up? Are you joining? No. He kept like fucking 3 DDTs, planted him right into the mat. That got the job done over like Scotty Riggs. And then on Nitro he joined. So this was definitely a good match here. And the fact that it was no DQ definitely elevates it a few spots up this list. But now, moving on to the top one, which was Kurt Hennig taking on Ric Flair for the US Championship, and this was a good match. There was actually Woo! Quite a lot happening in this match. There's some epic spots. I think it was better than the Halloween Havoc match, and the fact this was no DQ also added to that. Definitely. It basically ends with Flair has the figure 4 on Henning's worked sore knee, but Hennig managed to grab the belt, cracks Flair's knee, and then cracks Flair on the skull. 1, 2, 3, retains the US Championship. But anyway, guys, I didn't like this paper. If you want to hear my rating of it, go over to Jesus TV and check my review. But yeah, that's ranking every match. There were some pretty pish ones, there were some pretty good ones, but yeah, just the pay-per-view as a whole just felt off in my opinion. But that's it, guys. Till next time, peace.